What has made your marriage successful? Kind of a big question for you
That's a
there.
big question. Well, I think it probably all stems from when we first were married and we decided to be committed. I mean, we were committed to this no matter what. And I was from a divorced family, my parents were divorced, and it was hard. And so, anyway, we were committed, and that wasn't going to, so through thick and thin, I guess I would say commitment.
Was there a time in your marriage when you thought it might end?
I don't like that question.
Sorry. Okay. that was Lois.
Oh, no,
that
no.
was Lois's
That was
question.
A stranger off the street gave us that question.
Okay, we just.
That
we
one-
just
Whoa.
threw it
That
away.
one did not
You got both of us. on
Not
that
after
one.
you said commitment. I
don't-
can't.
I can't handle them all, guys. Okay. that was
You want
hard.
tissue?
Yeah, get a tissue, please.
I don't think they want to hear that. Let me see how I can answer that sanely. Yeah, I could answer it.
Are we rolling?
Go ahead.
Is there a time when you thought you're?
Do you want me to do that now?
Oh, I
Just-
didn't know.
just-
Are you
just-
okay?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you
wait.
needed it.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait, please. Can you back off?
Right. She's got a black smudge.
Yes, and I don't like those. Okay.
That's what you're fine. Is there a time in your marriage when you thought it might end?
Well, yeah, there was some hard times, and there was one in particularly really hard time, and kind of an ultimatum thing. And in actuality, when we look back, you know, it's easy now to look back, but that was the turning point in our marriage. And so, yeah, it could have gone either way, but I think then when I look back, that whole commitment thing kind of hung in there. And we just said, no, we're going to work through this. And so we did, and we're thankful. We're thankful for that. You know, faith has played a big part in our marriage. And in the beginning, you know, for the first several years, Ken didn't go to church with us as a family. And but about 10 years into our marriage, he went to church and committed his life to the Lord. And that right there made a huge difference in our life, you know, and in our bonding as a family. And so faith of hanging in there through all the circumstances that we've gone through and things has been a big thing. Well, Ken's Christianity, as I remember it, it was through one of our restaurants, and a pastor was coming into the restaurant a lot and befriended Ken, and he saw something in his life that he wanted and knew that was missing in his, and so then he come home and said, you know what, I'd like to go to church with you. And he went, and we never ever stopped. I mean, it was like a huge thing for us because the kids and I had been going, and so to church, and then all of a sudden Ken started going with us as a family, and so it was really important to the children, especially to our kids. I'm not big on advice, but. Because everybody has to do it their own way. But I have to go back to the word commitment. You know, you have to be committed to a relationship. And so, and then I also believe that being in a church and in a fellowship is so important because it kind of solidifies your relationships. Well, I laugh easily, and so just funny stories and making fun of myself and making fun jokes, and I don't know, just life. Well, my daughter and I went to California precisely to go on The Price is Right. And anyway, all of a sudden they go, Winnie Robertson, come on down. And we just like screamed. We just screamed. And I ran on down and because my daughter wanted to be on the show. But anyway, and Bob Barker was so fun, and he made so much fun of me. He kept calling me Winnie, Winnie, Winnie. And there we go.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. But I think she should include the part of even years later now, because you say people come up and say that.
Yeah.
Yesterday
So-
at the street fair.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was so funny.
Yeah, so say yesterday at the street fair.
Yesterday.
Well, and yesterday at the street fair, a lady said she hadn't seen me in years. And she says, you know what? She says, I remember when you were on The Price is Right. And that was 25 years ago.
How does Dad make you laugh?
Oh, dear. When he comes out of the bedroom in the morning and he has on his old sweats, and then he's doing his little lumber walk out there. And I laugh at him every morning. I mean, it's so funny. Or he'll go, duh.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
It's true.
That's
He does.
perfect.
I said, you promised me when you retired you would dress up in the morning, and still, instead he comes out in his sweats, his old shirt. Oh, when Terry graduated and was going to move out was like one of the hardest things, because he was our oldest and he was leaving the nest. And it just meant the start of a whole new era for us. And it was like, I can remember just visualizing all the kids leaving, and I could hardly stand it, because I loved that. I loved the whole high school games and all that. And so it was really hard. It was really hard. But, I adjusted, obviously. In fact, it was just another change point. I used to call them change points in our life. And so, anyway, there you go. His most favorite thing to do is to do something with me. Like, he loves to vacation with me. He loves to golf with me. And, I've always appreciated that.